Welcome to Pals for Life, where we grow together in God's Word and learn to walk in His light. Today's Bible quiz takes us into the book of Numbers, a powerful journey through the wilderness where God's people wrestle with trust, obedience, and identity. This book isn't just about counting tribes. It's about counting the cost of rebellion and learning what it means to follow God when the road feels long. From manna in the desert to moments of doubt and divine mercy, Numbers reminds us that even in seasons of wandering, God is faithful and still speaking. Whether you're here to test your knowledge or to reflect on God's faithfulness in your own journey, this quiz is a chance to slow down and engage deeply with His Word. So take a breath, get comfortable, and let's begin this walk through the wilderness together. Verse by verse, fill in the missing words. You're doing great, and even if you missed a few questions, don't lose heart. The book of Numbers reminds us that God's people didn't always get it right either. They doubted, they complained, they hesitated, and still, He remained faithful. Every step, even the missteps, was part of their journey toward promise. And it's the same for us. So keep going. Let this quiz be more than knowledge. Let it be a moment of renewal. Here, you'll define the word on the screen. keep going just a little further. In this part, take a moment to pause and reflect if needed. The book of Numbers shows just how orderly God is. Every detail of every plan with specific instructions from the smallest to the biggest thing. That is who God is. So, whether you're in something now or there's something in your past that you've yet to heal from, ask yourself, what could God be wanting me to learn from this? We know He has a plan and a reason. What are some possibilities? Another thing to take note of in this book is the grumbling and complaining that took place. The same people the Lord saved when they cried out are the same ones that then complain about the provisions He provided just 3 days after. As crazy as that seems, we, too, find ourselves doing this very thing at times. So today, take a moment to acknowledge the blessings that you have received that have been overlooked or taken for granted. In Numbers 14, we see the people rebelling against the Lord. Our God is a loving God, yes. He forgives and brings new mercies, yes. But if we do not listen, if we do not trust, God will give us over to our own ways. This path leads to destruction. Pay attention to the number of people brought out of Egypt. Of them, how many were allowed to enter the promised land? We must not play games with God and hope He will let us slide by. Take an honest look at your relationship with God. Are you truly listening to Him? Moses found himself in a stressful situation caring for people who found reasons to be displeased, no matter what was given. His anger and frustration drove him to disobey God's instruction to speak to the rock for water, and instead, he struck it twice. This may not seem like much, but it isn't about a rock. It's about being obedient. Are there times when your emotions direct your responses instead of God's will? How can you be more intentional in your obedience? We live in a time where a person's word doesn't seem to have much value anymore. God does not see things this way, no matter what value we put on our word. The Lord's price has never changed. Numbers 30 verse 2 shows us just how important God views the promises and words we speak to Him. Do you feel you give thought to what you say to God? How is your follow-through? Thank you for joining me today as we walk through the wilderness with God's people in the book of Numbers. No matter how many questions you got right, what matters most is that you took time to sit with His Word, to reflect, to learn, and to grow. Numbers shows us that even in dry places, God provides. Even when we're lost, He leads. And even when we fall short, His mercy doesn't. If this quiz blessed you, I hope you'll share it with someone else who might need a reminder that God's faithfulness never fades. And as always, remember to be the light.